back to the Sports Show. We're into the last quarter, Baz. There's been a fair bit happening, of course, the last couple of weeks. There's always stuff milling around. Obviously, the sensationalism of last weekend. We've talked about the good stuff at the start of the show, so we've probably got to touch on this. Drugs in footy. Drugs in sport. So, you know, the three-strike rule. You know, there's been varying opinions on about it. What's your?
I was a bit disappointed with the Bailey Smith one.
Yep.
Not because of what he did, because you don't condone any of that, but I thought the way Rioli was treated from the West Coast compared to the way Smith's been treated from the Bulldogs is chalk and cheese.
Rioli much harshly treated.
They hammered him. The press hammered him. Everybody hammered him. Nobody's hammering this bloke. No one's hammering him. It's all support.
Because?
It's all me. It's all we and me.
Why do you think?
Why is that?
Well,
why is that? Because
it's
if I was Rioli, I'd be sitting there going, hang on a minute, hang on, we'll pull back here.
I know it's a sensitive one, but as soon as there's the mention of the mental health, then things change direction fairly quickly.
Okay.
So, and I think we have to protect. You have to protect the people that legitimately have those things.
Legitimately have it.
So I think you have to be careful that you can't just drop the card and hope that gets you out of trouble.
But everyone's dropping it.
And that's the problem. I think that's why people are a little bit... And I'm not suggesting that he hasn't. I'm not isolating him out there, but you kind of go... Oh, look, for me, I see this a little bit differently in a couple of areas. I think all the clubs need to get together and go, right, if there's an issue with drug taking... Now, you've been involved at Port Adelaide, and we've all been around the clubs enough. They get so many people in talking to them about...
They do.
Not to do it. These are the repercussions. This is it. And we've got a three-strike rule.
Yeah.
So for mine, it's too lenient. So if I think I've got 3 strikes, well, I can take a chance. I'd like to know if the AFL brought in a rule and said, if you get caught for doing drugs, you're finished. You won't play AFL. It's not, oh, you won't play at Richmond or whatever club it was you first got caught. All the clubs agree that you will not be recruited.
Yeah.
And the problem is when a good player does it, it's like, oh, we'll give him a little bit of leniency, you know. If it's player 38 on the list, they go, you're out. So I'm saying, no, let's make it clean across the board. And the penalty's so harsh that if you think you're going to take a chance on it, your career's coming to an end. Now, I'm wondering what the mindset is then on, oh, well, I'll just give it a go or I'll have a little, mate. You'd be saying, I'm going nowhere near that.
Well, mate, is it performance enhancing?
Well, they say it is.
Well, I don't think it is.
Well, they say it is.
I don't think it is.
Well, part of the reason they're saying that some of the players, and not just AFL, all sports are using it, is that, yes, there's the euphoria that goes with it. I don't know, I've never done drugs, but obviously I've got to pass my skin folds on Monday, so if I go out and hit the beers, which players of years gone by did to relax and get rid of the stress and the environment, enjoy themselves, well, mate, I'm failing my skin folds, so I'm putting too much weight on. Well, cocaine doesn't do that to you.
No,
don't put any weight on.
No, it doesn't.
You get a buzz.
That's it.
There's a repercussion coming the other way. Mate, I just think the penalties are too light, and I think I can take a risk because if you kick me out and I'm a top-line player, I know someone else is going to sign me to give me another chance. I'm saying take that off the table. And now I've got to,
harsh,
now I have to think about...
Pretty harsh.
You know, I know the one, oh, they're young and they're learning and they're all that. Bang.
Well, mate, I don't agree with Bailey Smith. I don't agree with his excuse. I was depressed because we lost the grand final. Toughen up, princess. No, I mean that because that's a pathetic excuse.
Sure.
If he had family issues and he had other issues and whatever, then you could sort of go, okay, but don't play the mental health and I'm depressed because we lost a grand final.
Sure.
There's people starving in the world, mate, people dying in the world.
Yes.
He's lost a grand final, so he's turned to drugs and, well, no. For me, that is a pathetic excuse. Now, people out there might go, oh, Baz, hang on a minute, but no. Don't come at me with excuses like that. Well, as soon as I read that excuse, I thought, no, I won't accept it. You've been doing this well before the grand final business started. You didn't just start this because of the grand final. You would have done this in 2020, 2019. No problem at all. So I just think that I don't like the playing the mental health card.
No, I see where you come from. We don't know the circumstances, and that's why there's a grey area in it.
And that's why it's really, really disappointing because there are people out there with genuine mental health issues, and you get blokes who are getting into trouble. You're getting it in the street, mate, not just football. Everybody's playing that card now. I was driving, I killed 4 people, but I had a bit of mental health. Oh, right, okay, well, we better back off you.
I think there is a bit of that going on. I think the other thing is we want to support them. So I'm all for, again, just clarify on if you get caught, your career's done.
Yeah.
We'll certainly get the people around you to help you go on the right track, but you just won't play footy anymore.
Yeah, I think that's really harsh. Because you know why, Phil?
Why?
You know why? Because you end up with 4 teams.
Oh, I don't think it's as prevalent as that.
Mate,
I don't think it's as prevalent as that.
Mate, trust me.
You reckon it is?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, oh, well.
And
Then if that's the case, then they need to do it.
I don't think, you know, I'm not saying go down to 4 teams, but I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying. It's
a
around.
lot of players.
It's a lot of players around.
Would
because there's no penalty for it.
Be missing.
But what's the penalty?
Be missing.
What's the penalty for?
Well, the penalty now, I think it's 2 matches. He's going to get 2 matches for that.
What's the deterrent there?
It's something that happened last year, mind you.
So we're educating him.
Yeah.
We're telling him, and I understand the young player, mate, he signs a contract and suddenly he's got a disposable income and these bad people come and influence them and say this
From
is really,
everywhere.
Yeah, so,
it's true.
But I'm saying, mate, it's easy for me to say to you, mate, if I touch that, my career's over.
Yeah.
As opposed to, oh, well, you don't have a crack, because if I get caught on 2 weeks, I've got another chance. Yeah. I just think it changed your whole mindset. Anyway, we'll move on. Yeah. Hey, quickly, let's have a look at the games, mate, because there are a couple of big ones coming up. Power v Sydney on Saturday, Adelaide 1:15, big game.
Massive game.
For both clubs.
Massive
One
game.
of them probably loses and is gone.
Yeah. Port can afford to lose 3 more.
Oh, okay, so you can lose that one, you've still got 2 to go.
You've still got a chance.
Oh, okay.
A mathematical chance. Phil.
Oh, mathematical.
And let me
okay, so lose it, you're out.
Forget these games, I've got a beef.
What? You've
I've
got a minute.
beef.
You've got a minute. Here we go. Give it to him.
I've only got a minute.
Yep, right. Beef
Don't
up.
send me any more of these umpires. Well, you saw Dimmer on the weekend. Now, I thought I was being biased and whatever, but, you know, sitting in my lounge room watching Port and Richmond going, whoa, hang on a minute. Where'd that free come? Oh, hang on a minute. But then when you get half the state who don't support Port Adelaide say the same thing, do you know what I noticed on the weekend? Really stood out. Port Richmond on Thursday night was a disgrace. That last quarter umpiring was a dead set disgrace. And it favoured Richmond. No doubt.
Yeah.
And I'm a Port man, I know.
Yeah.
But hey, I got Crows people, including Graham Corns, who's on the same page.
Right.
What happened there? Then you see a game between Collingwood and Melbourne, 2 Victorian teams on the Monday, and you don't even notice the umpires. Don't even notice them. So don't tell me, and when the CEO of the AFL gets up at 3/4 time and says, no, we want Richmond to win. That's what he said.
Yeah,
Gil
okay.
McLaughlin, come
That's
on.
not good.
Mate,
All
you know
right.
what I do? All non-Victorian teams, get out.
Get out.
Get out now. Get out now because
Mate,
you've got no hope.
You are slashing and burning teams. We're down to 4 if we make the rules too strict. There'll only be 4 teams. And if you don't want the
We're only one team.
We're down to 1.
That's right.
All right.
But I was just disappointed with it, Phil.
No,
I really was. Because
there has been a lot of feedback about it.
It was a great game.
All right. Hope you can join us next week, everybody. Bye for now.